Okay, so if God didn't give us our natures, do we really have a choice? Because all our choices are determined by our values. And our values are not chosen, they're endemic to our location, endemic to our souls, just because of them being where they are. Do we have any real choices then? We do. We have a choice of whether or not we accept and honor that place as God already did. So when we choose to honor our authenticity, where we really are, could be a drunk, be a fucking pedophile, a homosexual, heterosexual, white, black, Asian, whatever the fuck we are, if we honor that and we honor and accept, that is who we are, base, line, and sinker. If we accept that, then we can move forward. But we have the choice. And ironically, God backs us up, regardless of whether we make, quote unquote, the right choice or not. God is backing us up. If we choose to reject that and say, no, I don't want to be gay, I don't want to be Asian, I don't want to be black, I don't want to be white, I don't want to be male, I don't want to be female, I don't want to be whatever I am, and we reject that, hell awaits. And God sustains that too. If we choose not to accept ourselves the way that we are, the cascading effect is that inevitably and eventually, if we don't accept ourselves, we don't accept anything. Because ourselves is where our values come from. If we don't even accept that, then we don't accept our own values, which is self-contradictory. If I don't accept my own acceptance, that's a self-contradiction. Now, we do have that choice. And every time we make that choice, we end up in hell. And I've experienced this myself. If I really try my ass off to give someone everything that I can possibly give them, and they take advantage of me, and I feel like shit, I'm gonna feel like shit. I can't do anything about it, man. So I can't change my own nature. The only way that my soul can grow is by me honoring it and accepting it and living true to it. And then, only then, after going through the process of accepting it, going through the motions, going through all the shit, then at the end of that, the consequences, those might render my soul a little bit of a change. And then I might change my mind. But I can't change my subjective valuation of everything without going through that journey. And I can't go through that without accepting it. If I reject it, then I'm not on that path at all. And so this is the major thing. It's like, well, what should we do? What should not we do? You'll find out pretty quickly, pretty clearly, where you stand. And I use sexuality as a measure because it's like fundamental. It's something that we can't choose. It's readily available for all of us to see. And so I use that as an example, but there's plenty of them. It's not just sexual, it's all kinds of things. And the more trial and error that we engage with, the more that we'll learn about where our souls really are. And when we learn where our souls are, then we can accept that and we can go full force. This is where I am, this is who I am, this is what I am, this is what I do. And, I just choose to honor that rather than to disrespect it, to disrespect God, because God valued it. Why shouldn't I? And I have to go through those steps. I have to accept who I am as a person. I have to accept my own nature. And the moment that I don't do that is the moment that I go to hell, that I sentence myself to contradiction. And again, God sustains that choice and says, that's okay, you can do that too, because everything has infinite value. If you need to discount your own soul, I value that infinitely. And you will find your answer in that dilemma. And that's how you grow over time. So the best choice that we can make is the choice that is subjectively valuable to us. And the only way that we can determine what that is as a subject. There is no metric. There is no paradigm. There is no objective physical object. There is no relativistic theory. There is no way of determining what I should or should not be, or if I am or am not authentic. It is something that is obvious, something that is visceral, something that just is the way that it is. And it is so unquestionable that I have faith as a subject that when I am authentic with myself, I will know. When you are inauthentic with yourself, I will know. When you're inauthentic with someone else, they will know. And it's just obvious. It's just self-evident that when someone is being real, like I am right now, you can tell. It rings true. It resounds. There's something that just sticks. There's something that just is about it. It's something unquestionable about it. When you get into those states of feeling that unquestioning rightness, that's when you're on the right path. And then later, if you want to critically analyze that and extract from that what your relative nature is as it relates to other people, the way you relate to other people, you'll see it. And the way that you manifest your effects, it will become apparent to you. And you'll start to see it. You'll start to see your own soul, your own style, your own subjective axiomatic assumptions and evaluations, which again, God did not give to you. Those are endemic to you alone. The only thing God did was allow those values to exist in relation to everything else. So in other words, creation is a potluck, and you've got your own dish, and you can either bring it to the table or not. And that's the end of that's it. That's the best analogy that I can give. Creation is a potluck, and you got your own dish, and you can either bring it to the table or not.